Officer Tatum. I've been a fan of his for years now. I've been watching him. He's very formative in my journey of understanding the world and politics and all that stuff. Been watching him for quite a few years now. I'm Tala Traveling Clat, your favorite Zionist prince. I'm excited to see what Officer Tatum brings to the table today. Let's check it out.
I'm doing well.
Yeah, so I'm Ismail. I'm from Egypt. I'm an international student. I just wanted to see your point of view on like the international relations that like Trump is dealing with right now regarding like Ukraine and the one in Gaza. Because I recently saw this video. It was kind of disturbing a little bit regarding Gaza, like the way he's like looking into the future. So what do you hold on there? What's your point of view?
Now, I believe that the Jews, that land belongs to them. That's what I believe. The reason why I say that is because they've been there before anybody else was there. When you look at the Bible, the biblical history, you talk about Moses. I mean, you go down the list of all these people. In that region, the Jews have occupied. David's tomb and the city of David was all there in Jerusalem. Right outside of Jerusalem is the city of David. All of these figures who were Jews were there before any of the Palestinians were there. Some people can argue that some people were technically Palestinian, whatever. There's biblical prophecy about it. It's their land. There was a war that was fought, they won. Now, let's fast forward to today. When you decide that you are going to kill people, take people hostage, they literally tried to bomb and kill almost every Jew they could, but they have the Iron Dome. That's the only reason why they couldn't do it. Then the retaliation that comes, in my opinion, is necessary. Do I agree in Israel killing innocent people? I don't want that to be the case. I don't think if an IDF soldier is just going out and shooting a kid in the head outside of a coordinated strike, I don't think that that's right. I think that person should be prosecuted. But to think that Hamas can go into Israel, kill people, hold people hostage, then hide behind their citizens and think nothing is going to happen is asinine to me.
I mean, it is a biased topic, like you said. It's hard to really narrow it down to how you just did, because honestly, when you really look at it.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Sorry, when you really look at it, I'm saying 1946 or something around that. That's like Palestinians lived there. You can't just tell me biblical when biblical, like what biblical.
It was before that.
When we talk about religion, you have people all around every continent. How can you be like biblical? But at that point, there was Palestinian people living there in 1946.
Before them,
no, why did the Jews
it was
go,
Jewish people that lived there.
No, sorry, sir, but why did the Jews go to Palestine? Even to begin with? No, why did they go in after the Second World? Why did they go there?
Well, they were forced there.
By who? By the Europeans. So the Europeans up, and then the Arabs just took the fucking blame, right?
I know, but this happens in history. Like when the Jews were there before, how did the Ottoman Empire get there? From the Romans. It's like the Jews were there, Romans took over, Ottoman Empire took over. No, we're talking about the way, I'm saying this is the way it goes. The Jews were overwhelmed and overtaken, and that's when the Romans took over. And then the Ottoman Empire took over.
Europe, no,
I'm saying that like somebody had it, they get defeated, conquered, driven out, then somebody else take over, then somebody else take over, and the Jews are back. That's kind of what happened. And people may not agree how it happened.
In Israel, you're saying?
In Israel, the land of Israel right now, the state of Israel that's currently there. And here's the thing too, I mean, Jordan, the West Bank was Jordan. Nobody had a problem with that. Jordanians owned the West Bank. And then obviously it was somehow between them and Israel, there was a compromise or an agreement, and then the West Bank became the state of Israel. So then the Palestinians...
Just to give context, they attacked us and then we kicked their ass and we took it. That's how it worked.
Have an opportunity to be there. Now I'll say this, it's complicated because I understand the argument where some people think that Palestinians belong there, but it is what it is. People are going to agree to disagree on that.
Sorry to cut you off, but the thing is, like you guys look at it from, because I took history class here, right?
Right.
They look at it from a different perspective. They teaching me in a different way, so you're going to be taught the way they teach you, and I'm going to be taught or admire the way they teach it, right?
Which is fair.
Yeah, which is fair, exactly. But all I'm saying is that based off what I've seen, it's like, I'm sorry, but the stuff you're saying is bullshit. Like it's not.
I mean, that's just that's your opinion.
It's not just an opinion because I've seen it.
So let's do this. In Hamas situation, what should happen?
All right, look at this.
When they go and attack, kill innocent people and do all that, what should happen as a result?
Have you watched that Bassem Youssef show when he was talking to that one dude, Piers Morgan? Have you watched that one?
No, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
Well, if you ever watch it, you're going to understand that topic a little more because.
No, but do you agree with Hamas's attack on Israel?
No, I don't agree with any type of murder.
So
but the thing is, they've been murdering also before that, but nobody. It's the thing is, when the West, when the West controls the media, right? What's going to be put to the.
But we could let's agree. Let's agree. Let's agree. They've been murdering them. Let's agree back and forth. Let's say Israel was wrong all these years. If you believe that do you believe that Gaza is occupied?
Right now, yeah.
By Israelis?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe it's a genocide occurring?
Yeah, I do.
So what do you think their response is? So
what
technically Hamas
genocide occurring on Palestine.
Yeah. So technically Hamas didn't do anything wrong, did they?
They just retaliated.
There you go.
No. But you didn't catch me. No.
Every person I talked to.
That was impressive, Tatum. That was impressive as fuck. That was actually really impressive. You got him.
They have to admit.
Let's watch that back. That was skillful. That was really skillful. You got him right in the trap.
So technically Hamas
genocide occurring on Palestine.
Yeah. So technically Hamas didn't do anything wrong, did they?
They just retaliated.
There you go.
No. But you didn't catch me. No,
man. Every person I talk to, they have to admit that Hamas, that they support Hamas.
So you don't think the IDF is what they're doing? Do you support what the IDF is doing? I'm not supporting either way, but I'm saying.
No, you are. You just said that.
That's my bad. You ran me, but that's the thing.
No, I just want to on record. You don't. Do you support Hamas?
No, I don't support Hamas.
Do you think what they did was wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said it wasn't. I want to make sure.
No, the retaliation, the idea of a retaliation. I'm not.
What should they do?
Attack. When somebody is occupying you, hurting your people, what do you do? If you're born around murder, and that's all you've known all your life, which is what they grew up in, the situation. Because I'm from Egypt, which means what I see a lot of people, Palestinians, flee their country way before what happened with that Hamas situation. Way before that. So why were they leaving? Was it what, sunshine and rainbows over there? That's why they came over there?
Well, here's the thing.
No, it wasn't. It was horrible.
Well, here's the thing, too. I mean, obviously, they're not accepting in Egypt either.
What do you mean?
Or in Jordan. Or in Syria.
I mean, you know how, because we get aid from you know how hard it is when you're from a third world country, you can't, like, how am I supposed to?
That's because you guys fucking hate Palestinians, a bunch of racist fucks, that's why.
Take control over a person.
Right.
The president who's...
But let's get back to this.
Go ahead.
Let's say, do you agree that Hamas's attack was wrong?
Yeah. But
okay. What do you think Israel should do after the attack occurred?
Not what they did.
No. What should they do, though?
I mean, not what they do.
What should they do? What can they do?
I don't have a perfect solution for a war.
No, give me one.
You don't have a solution. You don't have anything to add to the conversation. Shut up.
Solution. Give me one
What has
solution.
been the solution for war in history? It's only retaliation, right?
No.
What else happened?
Give me one scenario solution that would have been appropriate.
I mean, the whole thing is up anyway. So what?
No, I'm saying, bro, you got to have a solution. The attack happened. You saying that what they did is wrong. What should they have done?
I don't have one. What's yours? What do you think?
I think they should be doing exactly what they're doing.
Killing innocent people?
It's not. See, when people break it down like that. No, listen. When people break it down like that, they think that this happens, which is perplexing to me. They think that Hamas came over and killed all these people, and they went back, and now Israel's just killing innocent people. Well, Hamas is strategically hiding behind their own people. That's a strategy. They're not.
You actually believe
why don't they fight? Why don't they fight the IDF at the Gaza Strip?
With all due respect, you actually believe in that?
1,000%.
That they hide behind 30,000 kids. That's what
they're hiding behind all kinds of people.
Hide behind kids.
What are they doing then?
And you just bomb.
No, what are they doing?
If you suspect,
why are they not fighting?
If I suspect the killer's here, I'm a bomb this whole area. Is that the perfect way to deal with something?
It's no perfect way because it's.
So you said that's the exact way they should be dealing with it.
Yeah, I didn't say it was perfect. I just said it's the way they got to deal with it.
To just go ahead and kill.
Well, look, if you got, which they shown, if you watch anything on IDF's, they show video and everything of them having bunkers, tunnels. We know they do tunnels. We know they bombing Israel. If it wasn't for the Iron Dome, they probably kill hundreds of thousands of them. But then if you say a terrorist is in this building right here, right, and the terrorists have stockpiles of ammunition and all kind of stuff in this building.
Yet, compared to the IDF, ain't nobody got that type of stockpile. How you comparing a bunch of terrorists in the desert to IDF soldiers with actual weapons? How do you compare that?
Listen to this. Well, how did they go into Israel and do what they did? If they so unequipped to do anything.
Did you hear about the story? Please. If you hear about the story, it's so unrealistic. They said they just walked in. Did you hear that? How does that even make sense with the type of security they got?
They flew in, but
please look at it.
In many places they flew in, but you can think about this.
Attack, October,
but you can argue that whatever fraud you want to argue about how they came in or not. Do you think they didn't do it?
No, I never said that.
I'm just asking.
I never said that.
So they did it.
Yeah.
We know they did it.
But why is it so amplified when I don't get it because they've been.
Dude, that was egregious.
I get it.
They videotaped it.
But
you can go and watch video of them killing and murdering innocent people, shooting them in the head, going into kibbutz. You can see it all on video.
Sir, but what have the IDF been doing? Why is it only one side? Why is it only one side from your opinion? I don't get it.
I'm not saying it's one side.
But that's how it makes it seem, because they've been doing this since 2014.
I don't have video of the IDF taking Palestinians and lining them up like this and shooting them in the head. I don't have a video. I don't listen. I don't have a video of the IDF going into Gaza when these people just peacefully doing what they're doing and killing 1,200 people that are just at a doing an event. I don't have that video, but I do see video of them going into Israel and killing innocent people and holding hostage. These people are hostages. Acknowledge that they hold hostages. They still have them. When they release them, they're releasing dead hostages. When you do that, what do you expect Israel to do? They have to respond. And I don't like the fact that children are getting hurt in the process. I don't like that. But they have nothing else to do. This is the tactic that Hamas uses, and everybody should know this unless you're sleeping on a rock. They go out and attack, and then they hide behind their people. They go in the tunnels, they hide in schools, they hide in all these places so they can't get bombed. And they expect Israel to do nothing so they can recalibrate and do it again. Hamas's entire mission is to eradicate the Jews from the river to the sea. Is that not true?
Sure.
So, what does Israelis have to do in response? And that is to eliminate Hamas forever. And unfortunately, there's people that's going to die in that situation. And hopefully that we can stop it, and hopefully Hamas is eradicated, and we can go on. But this is a religious war that's never going to stop.
I know. It's the Middle East. It's
never going to stop.
Okay, I'm going to say this with the biggest respect to Officer Tatum. Sorry, not Andrew Tate. Biggest possible respect. I don't think he's the kind of person that needs to be speaking up for Israel. I appreciate him speaking up for Israel, and I appreciate him making this video. I appreciate him going out and even talking about Israel. I very deeply appreciate it for him to stand with us. It really means a lot. I just think he's not like the most well-versed, and you can clearly tell, like, especially about the nuance, like when the guy's doing the whole like Arab conspiracy bullshit where they all came from Europe and they were all living in Europe. Is like, Officer Tatum didn't really have like a proper response to that, or he didn't talk about the Mizrahi Jews, Ethiopian Jews. I mean, so many moments in that interview where he could have been schooled very easily because he's just literally an Arab conspiracy theorist from Egypt. Nonetheless, I'm not surprised. Egypt is that's how they are in Egypt. But overall, I appreciate Officer Tatum so much for standing with Israel. I would actually I think this, for me, I've seen other clips of Officer Tatum standing for Israel, and he's been way well-versed. So this may be an early clip. I'm not sure when this clip was filmed. This may be a clip from before, and he may have learned a lot more. But I'd love to see him on the journey of learning more about the history of this place, because clearly he's a religious Christian, and the land matters to him too, especially the stories of Jesus and the life of Jesus in this land, and what Israel does to sanctify and protect that, and protect this land for the believers in Christianity, for the believers in Christ, to be able to come and pray and partake in this land and make it a part of their religious sphere as well. So obviously, Officer Tatum sees value in this, and obviously he cares, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that deeply. So I will see you guys in the next one. I love you long time. I am excited to see this man's continuous journey, if it's something that interests him, in learning more about Israel and being able to speak on it even better. All right, see you in the next one. Bye, guys. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.